A stranger knows your next move because they were spiritually paid to study your shadow. Archangel Michael says, the moment you felt something watching you wasn't your imagination, it was real, and it's been happening longer than you know. In a hidden chamber not far from where you reside, a stranger sits with candles lit and your name carved into wax. They weren't hired in the way you think, money wasn't exchanged, but something much darker sealed the deal. A spiritual payment was made to study your movements, your patterns, your shadow, and the strange part is, they already know your next decision. They track your energy like a wolf in the mist, silently interpreting your aura's frequency. Every time you feel sudden chills, flickers in light, or that eerie pause in time, it's them, tuning in. Not with eyes, but through a spiritual mirror they were gifted during a ritual done with your photo and strands of hair from something you unknowingly touched. The person who paid this price is close to you, too close to even suspect. They disguised their envy as affection, and their smile masked betrayal so well, you gave them pieces of your energy willingly. Now, through this stranger's silent watch, they've turned your shadow into a map, and your every choice into a predictable prophecy. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They don't need to be near you to know where you're going, what you're feeling, or how to make you doubt yourself. Your shadow isn't just a silhouette, it's a trace of your spiritual trail, and they've marked it with symbols only they understand. And the moment you sleep, their connection deepens. The stranger is trained in decoding silence, in interpreting body language from memory, and using items from your past that still hold your scent. They speak your name backwards in rituals meant to blur your perception and delay your breakthroughs. Every delay you felt recently wasn't bad timing, it was manufactured. Someone spiritually bartered with your future to get what they wanted faster. They took a shortcut by offering your patterns to someone trained in watching without being seen. This watcher isn't just observing, they're interfering, stepping into the cracks of your days to leave confusion. Type Amen to get blessing 474 if you felt the sudden urge to stop doing something you love, or started second-guessing your gut instinct. It's because their presence has crept into your decisions. They whisper interference into your subconscious while you dream, pretending to be your own thoughts. But what they don't know is that something is about to reverse the ritual they relied on. Archangel Michael says, your protection is awakening, and their access is being revoked as you read this. But it's not a quiet process, it's a violent tearing of the spiritual contract they signed behind your back. The stranger watching is starting to lose grip, and they're panicking because your light is becoming unpredictable again. They were warned not to study you for too long, because your energy has the power to backfire and mark anyone who abuses it. They've already started to see visions of your eyes in their mirror, even when they try to close the connection. They're realizing now that your spirit has noticed them, and it's staring back. Type Amen to get blessing 122. You will notice strange behavior from someone you trust soon, repeating things you never told them, reacting to plans you haven't shared yet. That's your sign. The energy spy has been feeding them your next moves in exchange for protection they no longer have. But your guardian angels are flipping the current. Suddenly, the stranger is losing access to your aura because something stronger has stepped in to seal it with golden light. They can no longer hear your inner voice like before, and it's causing the one who paid them to spiral. They didn't expect your elevation, and they underestimated how fast you would rise when the interference stops. There will be a sharp shift in your spirit tonight. You'll feel a heavy presence lift from your chest, and your intuition will become loud again. This is because the invisible chain placed on your decision-making is being shattered. Type Amen to get blessing 818. They tried to dim your light by studying your patterns, but now your steps will become unpredictable, spontaneous, divinely aligned. Every shadow they tried to track will become a maze they cannot solve. Their ritual is broken, and your freedom is being restored piece by piece. Archangel Michael says, the countdown for your restoration has already started, and you are now ahead of their games. You'll start to receive visions, small flickers in your dreams that feel like flashes of future moments. Pay attention. These are not warnings, they are previews of victories. The stranger who thought they had your code is being removed in stages. It may come through sickness, sleeplessness, or the unraveling of their mind. That is the cost of studying a divine soul without permission. Type Amen to get blessing 545. If you felt unusually tired lately, it's because they tried to drain your resolve. But that's no longer allowed. You are receiving a new burst of divine energy that will light you up from the inside out. This transformation will not go unnoticed. People will comment on your glow, your strength, your ability to say no. That is the real you returning. There are things this stranger knows that they never should have had access to, but even that knowledge is slipping from them like sand. You are being spiritually encrypted now, sealed off, locked away from future attempts. Type Amen to get blessing 303. They will try one last time, with a sudden shift in behavior, being extra kind, overly apologetic, or pretending they know nothing. Don't be fooled. They know you know. They're just scared. Archangel Michael says, they can't undo what they've done, but you can choose how to rise from it. You'll be offered a chance to speak truth, to confront without fear, and to regain power over what was stolen. What happens next will surprise even your enemies. Your timing will confuse them. They thought you were broken. They didn't see that you were just charging. Type Amen to get blessing 411. There's a sacred force that is rearranging your days now. You may feel urges to take different routes, delay conversations, or pause plans. That's divine interference keeping you out of their web. Every name mentioned behind your back will be brought to light. You won't even have to search. People will start revealing themselves. You'll see the discomfort in their eyes when you walk in the room. Somebody is about to confess what they know about this stranger. Whether by guilt or fear, they won't be able to hold it much longer. Be ready to receive the truth in an unusual way. Type Amen to get blessing 292. You were never meant to be watched. You were meant to be celebrated. But because you carry rare light, some chose the path of darkness just to understand you. They will face consequences. Not because you cursed them, but because your spirit is protected by realms they can't reach. The judgment isn't yours to carry, it's already begun. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. This season is about to expose all energy vampires, shadow trackers, and intention manipulators. Every item of yours they used in rituals is now spiritually burning. They'll feel the heat every time they speak your name again. Type Amen to get blessing 377, and when they try to reconnect, it will feel like they're knocking on a door that no longer exists. Your shadow has ascended. Your steps are now guarded. Don't explain yourself to people who sold your peace for their convenience. Don't justify your silence. You're being pulled away from watchers so you can be launched toward worshippers. Your breakthrough is not delayed, it was preserved. It waited until the interference died down. And now, it's arriving full force. Type Amen to get blessing 909. The stranger watching you was never stronger than the forces protecting you. They just had a head start. But you have divine backing now, and it's time they learn what happens when they touch a chosen one. This week, watch for signs of liberation. Old habits breaking, lost items returning, spiritual dreams igniting. These are your confirmations. You are no longer being tracked, you are being crowned. You're no longer a shadow to be followed, you are a light to be followed. Type Amen to get blessing 606. Your shadow wasn't the danger, it was the mirror. And now, the reflection is revealing the true face of those who tried to use it. Let your silence become your power. Let your movements become unpredictable. And let the stranger know, you are no longer within reach. You are rising. And they are retreating. Type Amen to get blessing 74. Their retreat will not be quiet, it will be chaotic. The spiritual bond they forged without your consent is cracking under divine light. They'll feel tremors in their sleep, hear your name echo where no one speaks it, and dream of being chased by your energy that's now turned protector. Those who sat in shadowy places and whispered your story in code now face the unraveling. They thought they could own your shadow, but they forgot. Your shadow follows you. And you are no longer walking the same path they mapped. The person who made the spiritual transaction will lose the connection too. They placed a wager against your destiny and thought the stranger could read your future like an open book. But your chapters have just been rewritten by divine fire. Type Amen to get blessing 373. Soon, they will face consequences in the material world as well. Money will slip through their fingers, plans will collapse, and trust will flee from them. These are not coincidences, they are echoes of the spiritual disorder they created. You, on the other hand, will feel new clarity. You'll be moved to clean, to rearrange, to refresh your space as your spirit receives fresh downloads. Your atmosphere is being purified. Your voice is returning stronger than before. You'll speak with a tone that vibrates truth and silences liars. People who were once blind to your value will suddenly see. Type Amen to get blessing 717. You were chosen not only to rise, but to reveal. And now, the revealing begins. The stranger can no longer hide behind shadows, because their name will slip from the lips of an unlikely source. They'll be recognized by someone who once attended a dark gathering but turned away. That person has held the secret long enough and can't bear to carry it anymore. You will know them by how nervous they seem when they approach you. Archangel Michael says, the chains around your energy are being broken now, one link at a time. You may feel tingles in your hands or heat in your back. That's your power returning. Type Amen to get blessing 505. A divine storm is gathering not to punish you, but to clear your path. It will strip illusions, unmask betrayers, and silent spies. Those who watched you fall are about to watch you fly. Your name is being whispered by angels now, not strangers. Every unseen prayer you made when you were in confusion is being answered. And every word they studied to use against you is losing meaning in their mouth. You were not meant to be understood by them. You were meant to confuse their darkness with your light. And now your light is blinding. Type Amen to get blessing 844. Someone will try to play innocent soon, acting like they don't know what's going on. But you'll see the truth in their hesitation, the guilt in their eyes. Don't confront them unless your spirit leads you. Just observe and let your aura speak. Their fear is not of you. It's of what's coming for them. Spiritual laws are activated, and they are bound by the consequences of the pact they made. The stranger watching you has been marked now, not by your hands, but by divine order. You'll hear their names soon in connection to something collapsing. Don't be surprised. It's the unraveling of a web they once felt proud to weave. Type Amen to get blessing 922. You were never outnumbered. You were simply out of reach until now. They tried to read your shadow, but your spirit hid the truth in places they couldn't touch. That's why their plans failed before they even began. The spiritual payment they made was temporary. It couldn't withstand the wave of elevation now rising from your soul. They bet against a timeline that God had sealed. Your next move is about to make headlines in the spirit realm. Your next silence is going to echo louder than their shouts. And your next smile will break the curses cast in candlelight. Type Amen to get blessing 228. Keep your movements sacred now. Write your plans, but don't speak them. Share your dreams, but only with those proven by fire. A shift is coming where those who once studied you will begin to mimic you. Not out of mockery, but desperation. Because they'll realize too late, you had something they could never duplicate. They tried to trace your power, but it didn't come from the ground. It came from the heavens. And now, heaven is responding. Type Amen to get blessing 314. A call is coming. An unexpected message. A face you never expected will carry the missing piece to this puzzle. Be ready, not for revenge, but for revelation. Your growth will become your loudest answer. The same ones who studied you will now watch you ascend without understanding how you broke their code. That's the miracle they can't replicate. The divine is restoring your privacy, your peace, and your purity. Let the stranger disappear into the very shadows they thought they controlled. And let your soul breathe again in freedom. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Your restoration has been initiated. Your timeline is no longer being studied, it's being shielded. Your reflection has reclaimed its power. What was stolen will return. What was delayed will accelerate. And what was hidden in darkness will shine so bright that even those who feared your light will be drawn to it in awe. Let them stare. Let them wonder. But know this, they'll never touch your shadow again. Type Amen to get blessing 900. They never thought you'd find out. They believed their spiritual contract would remain hidden, tucked away in the corners of night, guarded by whispers and false protection. But what they failed to see was that your awakening was written long before they ever tried to study you. Now, everything they built with your stolen energy is falling apart. Every plan crafted from watching your decisions is malfunctioning. Their grip is slipping because your soul is no longer on the same frequency. You've shifted into a vibration they cannot access. It's higher, sharper, unreachable by watchers and manipulators. Your path now twists in ways that render their predictions useless. Type Amen to get blessing 117. Archangel Michael says, what was hidden beneath layers of manipulation is now coming into full light. Your spiritual authority is reclaiming every inch they tried to observe. And soon, someone around you will admit they saw it happening but didn't speak out until now. Don't react with anger. Their guilt is heavy, and their shame will be their own punishment. They're coming to you not with boldness, but with brokenness. There's a stranger who was promised rewards for mapping your every move. But instead, they inherited chaos. The gift they received was cursed the moment they touched your essence. Type Amen to get blessing 676. The scent they tried to track is now haunting them. Your image follows them in mirrors, your name echoes when they try to sleep. They can't reverse what they've done, but they'll wish they could. Soon, you'll see signs in real time. Someone will accidentally repeat a private thought of yours. That's when you'll know. The connection was deep, but it's been severed. And once that thread is cut, your blessings will rush in like a dam finally broken. Delays will turn into sudden open doors. Confusion will transform into undeniable purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 232. People will ask how you turned your life around so quickly. They won't understand the war you won in silence. They won't see the night battles, the spiritual cleansing, the divine reversals. But your soul will know. Your shadow has returned to its rightful place, following you, not being followed. And from this day forward, your path will be sacred ground. The stranger who watched has lost more than they know. Not just access to your future, but access to their own clarity. They'll move in circles, haunted by glimpses of your destiny they can no longer reach. Type Amen to get blessing 721. Their time is up. Yours is just beginning. You will rise in ways they couldn't predict even on their most powerful days of study. The next few days will feel intense as energies continue to break. You might cry. You might feel pressure in your head or heart. That's the final residue of their presence releasing from your field. Let it go. Breathe through it. The heaviness you feel isn't yours anymore. It never was. Type Amen to get blessing 383. There is a divine reckoning happening behind the scenes. You don't have to raise your voice. You don't have to seek revenge. Just stay aligned. They tried to mark your steps with ritual, but now your steps are guided by light. They tried to forecast your future, but now it is protected by a veil they can't pierce. Every time they try to remember your energy, it will blur. Every time they whisper your name, their tongue will twist. Your presence is now spiritually encrypted. Type Amen to get blessing 848. Do not be surprised if someone you least expect suddenly becomes distant. That's because they were feeding off the information given to them. But now, without it, they have no access to your next chapter. You're being lifted to places where their hands can't reach, their words can't affect, and their shadow cannot stretch. This protection is permanent. It's not temporary like their agreement. You are a divine blueprint, not to be studied but to be honored. You carry codes that weren't meant for imitation but for ignition of truth. Type Amen to get blessing 494. You will see certain people become uncomfortable around your presence. They'll feel exposed, not because of anything you said, but because your light now reflects the truth of what they did. Let your energy speak louder than words. Let your healing confuse them. And let your transformation become your testimony. This isn't just protection, it's reclamation. You not just escaping their grip, you taking back every inch of your spiritual territory. And it will come back with interest. Type Amen to get blessing 606. There is someone trying to find another stranger to replace the one who failed. But it will never work. The seal on your soul is now fireproof. You've passed a spiritual test many couldn't survive. You stayed kind in chaos. You stayed humble in darkness. And now the heavens respond with reward. You will see things come to you without effort. Emails, messages, opportunities, answers will find you. Because your destiny is now moving without blocks. Type Amen to get blessing 727. Archangel Michael says, walk boldly now, for the road ahead is cleared by your tears and your prayers. The footprints of your faith are more powerful than the eyes that tried to watch you. You will be invited into rooms that once denied you. You'll be honored by mouths that once whispered against you. This is divine restoration, and it is irreversible. Let them wonder where you went. Let them question how you escaped. The truth is, they never had you. They only had access to a fading echo. Type Amen to get blessing 313 tonight. When you sleep, you'll dream differently. You won't be followed. You'll be flying. That's how you'll know the shift is complete. You are now unreadable by dark forces, untrackable by watchers, untouchable by rituals. Your divine identity has been fully activated. No more shadows studying you. No more secrets whispered behind veils. This is the beginning of your unmonitored life. Type Amen to get blessing 999.